Hey, what's up, y'all? Hold on, let me take the sunnies off. I want to thank you, Eye to Eye, for checking out Sway's Universe. And I appreciate it. We got so many videos we want you to see, so push that notification button for me. Do it now and enjoy the video. Peace.
This is Sway. Sway.
Sway.
Sway.
In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning. Shake that fire. Wake your fuck ass up. Cross out your eyes.
See, that's a clip of John Corbett's new movie where he plays Michael Spurlock, who was a pastor, right?
He was a salesman with a wife and kid, and midway through his life, he decided to be. He didn't like what he was doing, so he decided to be an Episcopalian minister. So he was ordained, and his first assignment was to go to this little church in Smyrna, Tennessee, half hour outside of Nashville, and shut down this church that had about 12 parishioners left because the big mega church came in 2 miles. And he was there his first week selling stuff off, and he was going to get his own proper congregation in a new church if he did it good. And these 30, 40 refugees from Burma, from war-torn Burma, that were in camps in Thailand, get relocated to the United States, to Smyrna, Tennessee, and they show up, they're Christians. And he should have turned them away. Yeah. Because that's what the church told him to do. But he brought them all in, man, and the community came together to try to save this church, because these guys were really farmers, and he had about 20 acres, and God spoke to him one night while he was taking a walk trying to figure out what to do in a real voice. Michael Spurlock now runs St. Thomas Church here in Manhattan.
Oh, this is based on a true story.
It's a 100% true story. Yeah. The church is called All Saints, and we shot at the church and used all the Korean the people, you know, because they have a certain look. It's kind of an Asian look, and you can't go to Central Casting and get it. So all of the people, the church is now completely Korean.
Really?
Yeah, it's cool, man. Yeah. But they didn't turn it around. They turned it around, but not the way you think. They wanted one thing, but that didn't happen. But something else beautiful happened, and that's what our story's
about. That's what the movie's about. It says out this Friday in theaters, and you know it. You think those same refugees in 2017 would have been able to get in the country?
Well, you know, that's what that's what the evening news is about, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, you know, this movie is kind of. We tried not to make a faith-based movie. There's no CGI Jesuses in this. You don't hear the voice of God. That was the bishop that I was talking to in that little clip we just saw. So we tried not to make a faith-based movie. We tried to make a movie like those old ones from the 70s that I like with Robert Duvall, Tender Mercies, or Norma Ray, or something like that. But you know, it's about helping your neighbor. If somebody needs help. And when refugees come here from a war-torn country and they don't even speak English, they don't know where to go, they're lost. You know, if we're not going to help them, I don't know who's going to help them, but you know, that's a really hot subject right now. You're right. Yeah,
I'm glad you touched on it too, man. A lot of actors won't go into the political realm, but you were brave.
Well, I'm also playing a guy in the movie. You know,
gotta sell a movie, baby.
No. If 30 people show up at my door and need help, you know, I might have 30 excuses why I can't help either. You know, it's a real hard thing to figure out.
It's a hard thing to figure out. Now, he's a salesman that turned pastor. What did you go to research being a salesman and becoming a pastor? Because it seemed like there would be a lot of similarities.
Well, I did 12 years of research to do this movie.
Wow.
Because I went to 12 years of Catholic school, and I was an altar boy. For 7 years, I was an altar boy, man. Okay. And I didn't get Billy Root or Tony.
You didn't get Tony?
Yeah, it was all good. Thank you. Every Tuesday, I didn't get any of that stuff. I had only the good stuff. None of the stuff that hits the evening news.
Nobody tried.
And dig this: I hung out with my pastor. His name was Father Brown. He was about 24. I didn't have a dad. My buddy Jay Wood didn't have a dad, and he was like the Big Brother program, right? We actually went on vacations to Myrtle Beach with this priest and about 4 other kids for a week, and our parents let us go. but he was the coolest guy. We used to ride around in his Grand Prix smoking cigarettes with him on.
Oh, I thought you was about to end that sentence another way.
Oh gosh!
I thought you was about to. We was smoking blueberry. Okay, so yeah, he used to let you smoke cigarettes.
Well, we'd have a few drags. He wouldn't give us, but he was a chain smoker. But looking back, I thought he was so much older. But now I realize he was only about 24 years old.
A lot of Catholic priests, they smoke cigarettes. They drink a lot of beer.
He
You'd
did
be
too.
surprised. Yeah, grew up
It's
Catholic
a
as well.
stressful life.
Yep.
Damn.
I was watching this movie, and the one thing I like is that
Really?
from the onset, you can tell that Michael is a pretty much well-to-do person. You know what I mean? Like he takes on this church, but even in the beginning, even though he knows he has this task of selling it, he still tries to make friends with the people that still attend, and you know what I mean, go around to the members of the community and still be like, hey, you know, I'm here. I just want to do good, and they still kind of look at him as like, you just want to sell the church. You don't want shit to do with us. But there are people who, in real life, these pastors or whatever, who take on material things, and they say that they're doing it in the name of the Lord. You know what I mean? And that's been a very sticky subject. I mean, what are your thoughts about that as far
Like
as
private jets?
Yeah.
You know, Rolls Royces, you know.
Well, you just answered it. Yeah. I love this quote Bono has. He says, the God I worship isn't short of cash. And there's no place for that, man. There's no place for that. You know, you see these TV preachers, man, and they all have an excuse of why, you know, they have to live that certain lifestyle, but we all know what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, Creflo.
Damn, I like how you just broke that down. Just come on, man. We're not buying it. Because you sit in to argue back and forth about it. Remember, we had the preachers of L.A. up here, and we got into an argument about it. Real preachers. You know?
Creflo gets a bad rap, starting with his name.
Creflo Dollar.
Creflo Dollar, he should have changed his name. That should have been the first thing. And then, you know, the excessiveness, it made people look.
But his ministry is dope. Like when every now and then, you know, I'll listen to what he's saying in some of his sermons, and you know, he's really on the pulse of things.
But that's the other argument too. Is the difference between a minister and a preacher. Anyone can be a minister. You minister, you do the work. But a preacher, some people could just be really good at delivering the word. So you have to get up there and kind of decide who's who and what's what.
Back to your character, the guy you playing, Michael Spurlock, who was once a salesman and became a pastor.
Right.
There's a lot of commonality between the two, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tracy. Just something to think about. Go ahead, think about that.
Like those pimps.
Yeah, a lot to analyze.
The pimps.
Well,
the
that's
pimps
what salesmen. They're salesmen.
But you're not selling. It's sharing if you like what you are giving.
Okay.
It's only I tend to think of sales if you don't fully believe in the product. If you do believe in it, then you're just sharing with enthusiasm.
So you just came up with a great excuse for a pimp.
Share that thing, girl.
You are the preachers and the ministers.
I'm sharing with enthusiasm.
Yeah, right. Share with enthusiasm. All right.
My question for you, John, because this movie, the crux of it is being able to lend a helping hand, right, to your fellow human. So I'm wondering, in your own life, what was a low moment where maybe something was absent or there was an overwhelming amount, but someone was able to get you from a cloudy state?
You know, my whole upbringing, there seemed to be these guys that would fill in for not having a dad, that would do stuff like that. There were some guys in the neighborhood that would take me fishing. Guys just always sort of, and I wanted to do that. I want to do that more in my life, because I know some kids that don't have a dad, and you know, you get a little scared of commitment. You know, because once I even actually have wanted to sign up for the Big Brother program, but it's like once you get one of these little guys under your wing, you know, and I move around so much, and I'm going here for 4 months, I get nervous about being able to stick around, you know, not let some down. But, you know, it was mostly guys just looking out for me when I was a kid, and even just a few years older than me in the neighborhood. I don't know. I just got really lucky with dudes looking out for me when I was young, because I made a lot of mistakes. You know,
right.
I stole and got in trouble and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, you turned out all right, man.
Yeah, I did turn out all right.
Yeah.
I did turn out. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, crowd. All Saints in theaters this Friday. So you don't have any kids?
I don't have any kids.
Okay.
56 years old, never had a kid. That's probably. You know, look, what else are we here to do here? We're not here to, you know, eat at Applebee's and listen to records and watch MTV. We're here to do something else, and I think being a father, a parent is part of it, and I do feel like I missed out on one of the cool things about being alive on this planet. You know,
that's what's up, man. Listen, I got a teenager, man. If she could come stay with you for a little bit, man. If you
fill that void.
You know, you still with Bo?
15 years.
15 years with Bo Derek. I don't know. And I'm going to tell you something.
Thank you, crowd.
Let's trace back 15 years. That's 2002 when y'all met, right? What years were you on Sex in the City?
2000, 2001, single both years in New York City.
So she saw you on Sex in the City.
And prepped you.
Yeah, and he became that likable guy, right?
Yeah.
Did you disappoint her when she met you in person?
I probably did. I probably did.
What do you say to somebody as beautiful as Bo Derek to get her to take you seriously?
Oh God! Well, for number one, when we got set up on a blind date by a friend of mine. Now it wasn't really a blind date because I knew what she looked like, and she did see me on Sex and the City. But when I expected this 6-foot tall woman to open the door for some reason when I went to see her for the first time, and this little 5'6" girl opened up the door in her bare feet, and you know I looked down and I finally figured out why I thought she was so tall, because most of the shots I saw her with, she was with Dudley Moore. But Dudley Moore was about 5'5", and she was 2 inches taller than him, you know?
Oh, damn. Just shat on Dudley Moore.
I'm sorry, Dudley Moore.
And then the rest is history. 15 years. Congratulations,
Thanks, man.
You're a lucky guy, man.
Yeah.
Man, we're going to take some phone calls. We got Ryan on the line from Gary, Indiana. What up, Ryan?
Ryan.
What up, family? Happy Tuesday. How y'all feeling today?
Damn, doing great. Say hello to John Corbett. Go ahead.
John, good morning. How you doing?
I'm feeling good, Ryan.
I got a question for you.
Yep.
Yo, Samantha was one of my favorite characters. No, she was my favorite character from Sex and the City. Cougar, freaky, like that was what drew me to the show. Like you a older, freaky type of woman. Like, did she show any traces of that on the set? You might not know personally, but does she show any traces of that? Like, how does she channel into that character?
Oh, yeah. She does. I know her well. She actually wrote a sex book. She thinks about sex, I think.
Kim Cattrall.
Yeah, I'm not putting Kim down. That's healthy to think about sex a lot, probably. But she thinks about sex probably as much as her character did. And I think she enjoys sex. And she would tell, you can get her book. She'll tell you how to have sex if you don't know how. Yeah,
that was my favorite character. I was just telling my girlfriend, she was giving me the side eye. I'm like, John Corbett is on Sway.
I like how you said my name too. You give it a little like a French sound,
right.
Yeah. John Corbett.
Yo, so hey Brian, go get the book, man. Call me back. Let us know. And plus, Kim Cattrall came up on the show
to promote that book.
Yeah, matter of fact, go to Sway's Universe, Ryan, and look at the interview.
Yeah.
Okay. And
all right, definitely.
All right, my man, you're a citizen.
Sway in the morning.
Julie is from Virginia Beach.
Hi, Julie.
What up, Julie?
Hi.
Hey.
Oh my God, I can't believe I made it. First off, hi Sway.
Hey.
My boyfriend is obsessed with your show. He listens to it every single day. He works for UPS and he listens to you every single day.
Tell him he's a citizen.
Sway in the morning.
Okay, you're a citizen. He wants you to know you're a citizen.
Right.
And then, John, I am such a huge fan. I cannot believe I'm talking to you right now.
I live in a little small town. My UPS driver's name's Al. We only have one UPS driver, and I know his name. How many people know that?
That's dope, man.
Oh, wow. Well, my UPS driver is my boyfriend, and his name is Adam.
All right.
So, Sway used to work for UPS. I didn't know that.
Damn, Adam, you knew that?
You did?
Yeah,
he knew that.
Yeah, Adam, I used to work. I used to load 18-wheeler flatbeds in San Francisco on 16th and Mission Street, over in the Mission District. I did that for about a year or so, almost 2 years. My arms started looking like Popeye.
That's how he built his
And that's how this came. John. This is where this came from. UPS. So
you should have a sailor shirt on. Actually,
I should, right?
Let's be spinach.
Yeah, right. Yo, me and this dude should be hanging out.
Go fishing with John.
Oh, that's cute.
I like to fish.
What do you fish for?
I grew up catching trout, bluegill.
Rainbow, brook, brown trout.
Oh gosh, just West Virginia lake fish, river fish.
Bluegill,
carp.
We used to catch carp, throw them back in because they're greasy on the edible, know. But bluegill, sunfish,
catfish,
blue cat, channel cat.
Here it is.
Okay,
here it is. I don't know the types.
Here it is.
You really are a fisherman.
Oh man, we could. hang out with me. Julie, I'm sorry. Julie, you got a question for John?
I had a little pole with a little bobber, a little red bobber.
What's your question?
Okay, so I know you probably get asked this all the time, but I want to know if there is a chance of Sex and the City having another movie or having a spinoff. Would you be in it?
Well, we're doing one right now. I'm breaking the news. Yeah, we're doing one. Yeah, we're doing a spinoff. Big, Chris Noth, who plays Big. We're going to do a movie where Big and Aiden get caught up in a bank heist. And we go on the road. I got all this in my mind. I got 3 pictures in line. There's got to be a cameo for the girls in there somewhere, but I'm working on it right now as we speak.
You think?
Oh my God, that's so amazing! And I'm such a huge fan, and you're such a good actor. I just love you so much.
You can call the tabloids and let them know it's happening.
Okay.
I love you too.
All right.
I don't even know you.
Thank you, Julie. You got the scoop. All right, Sway the morning. You got it.
Woo!
Ooh, then y'all
made Julie's day.
He really did.
She's calling TMZ right now.
Okay. Hey, John, before you go, man, we got this thing we like to do with the guests we like. Okay. And it's called the Mystery Sack.
Go ahead and reach in.
Dig deep, dig deep.
Put your hands into Sway's sack.
That sounds gross.
It's Sway's Mystery Sack on Shade 45.
All right. John Corbett, All Saints is in theaters this Friday. Check out the new movie. He's going to pick out 3 questions. You got to answer them honestly, one at a time. You got to answer them honestly. If you pick it,
okay.
Good luck, man.
Sway, you got a shiny golden sack.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
You got to read it out loud too, John.
Got a
Here
big
comes
sack.
number 1, big giant sack.
Ooh, you're gentle.
What's the biggest lesson you learned about sex from your time on Sex in the City? Biggest thing I learned about myself is it ain't long, but it's thin.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the visual. Thank you, John Corbett.
Question number 2.
And you learned that on the set of Sex in the City. All right.
This one. If you got offered $1.69 million to star in an adult film, would you take it? Who's got a camera? Let's go. I see a camera over there.
1.69.
Baby needs a new pair of shoes.
1.69 million.
0.69.
Only 3 questions in here.
No, it's 1.
Okay, let's see. If you could trade lives with any cartoon character, who would it be and why? Ooh, probably. Well, I'm 6'5", 230, and I like to eat, so probably Wimpy from Popeye.
From Popeye, Wimpy from Popeye.
Yep.
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday.
For a cheeseburger today.
Yo, this is my dude right here, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Not only did you not disappoint me, in fact, you're greater than I ever thought you could be, man. Good to meet you in person,
Sway.
man. Pleasure, man.
And I got to tell everybody, Sway actually came out. I'm at Sirius, and all the radio stations are lined up, and you just come in, and, you meet everybody, and everybody's nice. But Sway actually came out while the show was going on and just wanted to meet me out in the hall, and give me a personal hello. And I really appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, and most people don't. That was really
thank you, man. I appreciate that, John. John, you're a citizen, man.
Sway in the morning.
Thank you, hey, man. All Saints this Friday. Sway in the morning, Shade 45. Up next. Well, who cares? Sway in the morning.
Hey, that's
Little
my song.
John Corbett right here, man.
That's my record,
That's
man.
your song, man. Talk about it.
I made this record 10 years ago. I put 2 out, 1 3 years ago, but this is called Whole Other Bottle of Whiskey. It's off my first record.
Shade 45.
Now when me and the boys start drinking,
It's Sway in the
we
morning.
start talking.
On Shade 45.